Hey, real estate fans, welcome back to another edition of the podcast. I'm Alice Lema. I'm a broker, John L. Scott Real Estate in beautiful Southern Oregon. And today we got the 2024 numbers from our local MLS, and it's showing what we're experiencing. Fancy that. But we want to talk about prices, okay? Prices are down, or are they? This is the 2024 year in review. Now, I want to show you a graph from Freddie Mac showing the last 5 or 6 years nationally as a good place to start. And it brings home the point that we have a ridiculous amount of equity in our real estate as Americans from 2019 to 2024. So, in fact, it went up on average between fourth quarter 2019 and fourth quarter 2022 over $115,000 for each property owner in America. So that's just like shocking. But then, yes, it did go down, but it didn't go down that much. We lost maybe $24,000 on average of that 115, leaving us with a total of 92,000 in appreciation. Well, I don't think that's anything to cry about, do you? So, but we are having a downturn. And locally, the last 5 or 6 years saw a lot of gains. And locally, we've had a losing streak the last couple of years, but it hasn't been that much. But the sellers seem to be living in the past, and the buyers seem to be living in kind of a fantasy land too. And I'm exaggerating, of course, but I've been watching all winter how buyers and sellers are kind of missing each other. And I wanted to look into it because I'm a data freak. So let's look at the 2024 listing chart that SOMLS put out. And you can see that Jackson County, we'll start with Jackson County, that Jackson County has got the top line where all these listings are languishing. And then you can see the bottom line is where the sales were actually happening. And then the line in between is what they call the new listings. And they're undercutting the existing listings that were on the market at the time. They're coming in under, but they were still missing where the sales were happening. And that's not to say that every single sale in Southern Oregon was at that price point. This is an average or a median that SOMLS puts together for us, but you get the point, right? So I want to show you Josephine County because it's really dramatic. So Josephine County had a similar trend where the listings, you can see the top line was not in touch with the bottom line where the sales are happening. But Josephine County had all this volatility, that all these dramatic spikes up and then, deep dives down and then back up. So Josephine County was very volatile, but it does look like the buyers and sellers in Josephine County were able to meet more often and not be ships passing in the night so often, at least as of the middle of the summer 2024. So good for you, Josephine County. Now, overall, I want to just make a pitch for everybody to come together, because if you have your house on the market, you have your house on the market for a reason. And if you're a buyer and you're out writing offers, then you're out doing that for a reason. So let's try to get it done. Okay, folks, now that 2025 is underway, yes, we're left with lower prices, but it's relative. So keep that in mind. If you're a seller, keep that in mind, that you still have a lot of equity, unless you just bought the house yesterday. And I'm exaggerating again, but you get my point. But keep in mind also, both buyers and sellers, higher interest rates did their job. Our economy is slowing. The prices are not going up much anymore, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. It's been such a wild and weird handful of years. Just as an older person, I just don't know what to think about what's happened, but I can deal with the data in front of me, and I can deal with the market in front of me. And I'm here to tell you that buyers need to get out right now and take advantage of what's left of the softening market, because it's not going to be here forever. But 2025 could very well end up being a pretty stable, flat houses coming on the market at the market price and getting sold. So we should see more volume. We should see more number of houses sold, but the prices are probably going to be about where they are now, unless, something else in the world happens. But it looks like it's going to be pretty predictable for 2025. Sellers need to be more realistic about their prices and be grateful for the amount of money you've earned these last few years. So I'm smiling if you're hearing this on audio. I'm not scolding. Well, maybe scolding a little, but I'm just like squinting my eyes like, what? You're not happy with that 92,000 on average? And that's after the decline. But anyway, if you're selling, be realistic about the price. You know where the market is, where it's selling. You just don't want to sell for that, or you don't want to believe that the good times are over. But really, the good times are not that far away. Our downturn hasn't been that dramatic. So if you're buying, get out there and get something done, because it's not going to, the sellers are not going to be super cooperative forever. And if you're selling, go ahead and take the plunge. In some of our zip codes, we have over 30% of the sellers doing price changes. So join the crowd, get it done, and get on with your life. So that is our podcast for this week. I'd love to be your agent. Give me a call, give me a text. You can reach me at 541-301-7980, 541-301-7980. I'm a great listing agent, great buyer's agent, super in tune with what's happening. But I'll always, take your wishes into consideration, because after all, it's your house and it's your money. But do give me a call, give me a text, and let's talk about what you want to do next in your real estate life. And like and subscribe to this channel. We really love seeing our numbers go up, and apparently YouTube does too. So have a great Southern Oregon weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye, folks.